Hey guys, welcome back to Salem Homestead. Today I have a lot of maintenance to do in the garden, so I'm going to take you along as we kind of prune things up, get some things staked up, and just kind of see how progress is going in the garden. So I'm going to start with tomatoes and just kind of looking for any leaves that are growing too close to the ground or touching the ground, and cutting those branches to help prevent disease. Let's see. All right. It's kind of a hot mess in here. Hello, Liberty. All right, so at the bottom of this tomato plant, I've got lots of leaves touching the ground, so I'm gonna trim these low branches just so that nothing, look over there, it's completely touching the ground. I'm gonna clip those to help prevent disease. All right, so after trimming it up, this is what the bottoms look like. Nothing touching the ground. To me, they look a whole lot better, but I'll let you know if I help these plants or if I destroyed them, because this is what I pulled off of them. Chickens are gonna be happy. This is probably one of my new favorite tools in the garden. It's a little tape gun that just easily tapes these plants up to the trellis or post or whatever it is that you're taping it up to. All right, I got a few of these staked up. I got this one taped up to this trellis, as well as these two. And this one actually looks a whole lot better up instead of hanging down. This, however, I'm not quite sure what to do with. It's got some pretty nice fruit already growing on it. As you can, let's see here. But apparently I kind of let some suckers go and it's a mess. So I'm just gonna kind of let this one do its thing and see what happens. If I need to pull it, if it starts affecting my others, I'll just pull it. These two we're gonna have to stake up a little higher. So one thing that I would change and will be changing for next year is to space these out a little bit more. So again, remember, this is our learning year. So there's a lot going on here that we're just experimenting. So lesson learned, space better. But overall, things are looking okay. These have fallen, but these are more of a bush type of tomato. So I haven't pruned it as much as I pruned the others, just like this one. This is a cherry tomato that has extremely bushed out. And so we're just waiting to get cherry tomatoes from here, which you can see there's a lot growing off to the sides. All right, so I'm gonna stake up those two tomato plants. Taped these up as well. And man, these are looking so good. One thing I can say is, so far, and crossing my fingers, is that we have not had any caterpillars. Some of our friends and neighbors have been complaining about caterpillars eating on their tomatoes. And the only thing I can see is that we put basil everywhere. And I'm just hoping that the smell of the basil is really keeping the pests away as it should. All right, also found this tomato plant just kind of laying on the ground. This is just begging for disease, and it's not quite tall enough for me to be able to attach it to the cattle panel. So I'm going to grab a bamboo stick and attach it to that. All right, that's much better, and that will hold it until it reaches the height that I can start putting it on this cattle panel. And then finally, I'm searching for suckers that I may have missed, and get those off. There we go, one here. Final thing I'm gonna do is pull some weeds around my tomato plants. All right, so tomatoes are all pruned, weeded, staked up, and this is how they're looking. Got lots of green tomatoes. Nothing has turned red just yet. Look how many tomatoes.